gonna do Real Housewives of Atlanta season 6 episode 11. This episode's okay, I guess. But anyway, it starts off with Phaedra and Candy. They at Candy's house. Phaedra goes over there to tell her about going to to Athens with Chuck and Nene. So she basically telling her, what happened with them talking at the Boys and Girls Club or whatever. Candy is like feeling some kind of way because she like, when the hell Nene don't like Phaedra? So why all of a sudden they going to act this together? But she's like, okay, whatever. So Phaedra tells her about Chuck, what he said in the car about them two, and how Monique went back and told him some shit. She don't know what Monique told him, but she was like, whatever she told him was a lie. But I'm like, Phaedra, you did say that you dated him in elementary, then y'all hooked up in college, so you made it in a situation that y'all was dating. So then she tells her about how he was saying how he was the big homie and to both of them, and how both of them was on a team and all this kind of stuff. And Candy is like, what the hell, the little homie you mean? So both of them was like laughing and talking about how he had a little dick and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what girls usually do, and that's what boys usually do. Boys say they got a big dick, and girls say that he got a little dick. So until you sleep with the person, you will never know. I'm just saying. Phaedra was like, why would I be tripping off of him? Have y'all seen my husband? And I was like, yeah, you have a point there. Sorry, Chuck, but she do have a heads up when it comes to Apollo in the look area compared to Chuck. I can give her that. But that does not mean that Apollo is just this great guy. Just saying. Just because he looked good. So then you have Cynthia and Mal. They, I think they was at Cynthia's house or something like that. I'm sorry, but my hair is like irritating the fuck out of me when it's not laying down the way I want it to. But anyway, so Cynthia and Mal, they talking about her jewelry line and stuff, and I was like, okay, she got some beads on a string, but hey, whatever. Everybody sells that shit. She can go on Instagram, YouTube. Everybody sells that, so don't try to act like you just this big ass jewelry designer. So Cynthia and them were talking about how she wants to throw Mal a party or whatever, because so she can make some money while she's in Atlanta. So they talk about that and everything, and then Mal asked her about, has she talked to Peter about the last time they had talked? And she was like, yeah, but we got in a big ass argument about the situation. And Mal is just trying to find all kind of, she just asking too many motherfucking questions that ain't got shit to do with her. So as they talking about Peter or whatever, Peter walks in. Mal brings up like, oh, well, when I came here, I didn't get this. I felt like you didn't like it and all this kind of stuff. Peter was like, baby girl, this ain't have shit to do with you. It was about how your sister handled the situation that I was pissed off about. This ain't have shit to do with you, especially when we not getting along and stuff like that. And then you got somebody in the house who can't even talk the way we want to when somebody else is in the house. And so Cynthia was like, yeah, I was wrong for not communicating with my husband or whatever about the situation. So Mal just she was talking about Peter, like when Peter was saying he was cool, she was like, well, is it about you guys not having sex? And I'm sitting there like, whatever your sister tell you, do not bring up in front of her husband like you big mouth bitch. Like, I was so mad at Mal. I don't like her. I'm just telling y'all straight up front. I don't fucking like Mal. Didn't like her when she first came in on the what was this season 6? She came in season 4 when they got married, or 3. I didn't like her then. I didn't like her last season. I think season before that when they was at the anniversary party. I didn't like her then, and I sure the fuck don't like her now. Bitch, you showed up at somebody else's house for 2 months and didn't even ask either one of them, and just gonna say because we cool and we sisters, but bitch, we had beef. You wouldn't be at my house. Motel 6 leave the light on. I'm just saying, wouldn't have happened. So he basically looking at her like, bitch, they ain't got shit to do with you. Cynthia's over there talking about when they first got together, she always wanted to have sex with him and stuff like that. I'm sitting there like, bitch, then and now is 2 different things. You ain't giving him none, so let's speak on now. Not then. Just saying. Kenya and her dad, she picks him up from the airport. From the moment he gets into the car, he just goes in on his daughter. First of all, I wouldn't have left out that fucking airport parking lot. You're not gonna get in my car talking shit. First, you get in on her feet being ashy. So now we know that Portia was telling the truth when she called her ashy feet. But he goes in on her feet being ashy. He goes in about her having corns. I'm like, why are you in her car? Taxi will go to my house. I didn't have to pick you up. I don't know, but both of them, we see why they motherfucking daughter and father, because they both rub people the wrong fucking way. And for to get rubbed away by your own parent, bitch, you should know how to humble yourself. So he gets to her house. He started going in on her house, talking about her house, talking about what chairs and why stuff is placed like this. I'm like, why are you here? I don't get why this man is here. I don't know if you wanted to put him on the show, he wanted to get on the show, but I don't understand why this fat ass, old ass man is in the house or on the show. I don't get it. So she ended up talking to him about, she was like, let me talk to you. I brought you out here to talk to you. She want to talk about relationships and why she can't get a relationship and she want to start a relationship, but she still brings it up about her mom. And I'm like, why are you talking to your dad? Because they said they got married out of wedlock. The mama didn't want to have shit to do with her. This is not something you should be talking to your dad. You're not going to get the answers you want, or you're not going to get the shit that you need to be able to work yourself through this. You need to go see a doctor. Talk to a motherfucking doctor. Don't talk to your auntie, your cousins, your daddy. If you ain't talking to your mom about the situation, you need to go seek some fucking professional help to get you through this situation, because you're going to keep on bringing this up. We're going to keep on dealing with your mama issues. So, daddy ain't the one who you talk to. Just like the daddy was like, shit, I keep telling you to let this shit go. She didn't want to have nothing to do with you. When she got pregnant with you, she didn't want to tell nobody. So, hey, leave that shit alone. Move forward. Bitch, you like 40 years old. Move the fuck forward. That's the only reason why I could think of, she just need a storyline. Because I'm like, move forward. Can you, like, you've been doing okay all this fucking time. Why can't you keep on going? Okay, you scared. When you figure, like, when you have kids, you just want to be better than your parents was if you had a fucked up childhood. You just want to be better. So, when you get a baby, however you get a baby, because I heard some little rumors that she was trying to have Miss Lawrence's baby, and I'm sitting there like, fuck no. But hey, to each his own. But I'm just sitting there like, girl, move on and just do better for you and your child. Don't worry about what your mama did for you. If you a grown-ass woman now, you done had a successful to you career, hey, keep it pushing. So, like I'm about to do. Portia, she gonna talk to her attorney. I'm finna move past this because they didn't compromise in the little proceedings or whatever. She don't want no money, well, that much money. She just want to be able to be comfortable. She like $2 million. I don't have to have that. I just want to be able to start my life over. And I'm sitting there like, with the big ass house you got, that your life should have been started over. Whatever the money you put down for that house. I'm just saying. Candy and Todd, they at the candy factory. They working on stuff for the musical or whatever. So then they end up having a talk. She wants the guy to do the choreography or whatever for her and her peoples to do the choreography for the musical. Todd is saying, let's get some people. It's cool to have your team, but let's also get some people that know what they're doing, that have done this kind of line of work. She study wants to work with her team, and I understood what Todd was saying, because Todd feel like I do this. When I do things, I want it done a certain way. And he said Katie spends more money fixing stuff, trying to put people on, than she do with her stuff. And I can, like I said, I can understand what Todd is saying when it comes to that. So then he brings up about him having a job offer. He got to go to New York, but this job might take him away for 6 months. Is going international, going to different countries or whatever. So then all of a sudden, Candy start feeling some kind of way because she feel like now Todd don't want to be around her. She just start fucking crying. I'm looking at her like, just like Todd, like, why the fuck are you crying? But I guess everything is starting to hit her at once. So she feel like since she going through all this shit with her mama and all this kind of stuff, then he don't want to be around. And okay, if that's, maybe we seeing some stuff. I mean, she's seeing some stuff we ain't seeing. So okay, whatever. But Todd didn't look like he was tripping. Like, bitch, I'm not. All I'm gonna do is go see about the job. I ain't even got the job. It's just about an offer. But she feel like, if you gonna go do the job, how are you gonna help me with the musical? How is you gonna help, do the wedding and all this kind of stuff? How we gonna be around each other? But I'm like, Candy, you were in a music group So how are you going off on him when you should understand that his job takes him places for months at a time? You was in a musical group, you guys were on tour, maybe you didn't have a dude at that time, but you still had to go different places to perform. Maybe you're not singing now, but shit, you was just singing a couple of years ago before you got with Ty when you was fucking with AJ, and you had to travel. So just like your job has to travel, his job has to fucking travel, and you guys need to compromise on that type of shit. That's all I'm saying. Or you gonna lose your man. But yeah. Moving on to Nene and Cynthia goes to Kenya's house. They meet. I think Kenya was talking about she was painting, and Nene was talking about, girl, we don't paint. Girl, yes, we do. Shit, if you don't want to pay, girl, you better ask Candy. Candy painted her house, and she got more money than all y'all. You better ask some damn body. Just shit, save $1. I ain't mad at her. So then they go meet her daddy. Nene makes some little remark about they don't look alike. They don't even look like daughter and father. So you can see they not getting along because they confessionals. They both throw shade at each other. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So then the dad was talking about, oh no, she brings up Kenya has a new car. So Kenya was talking about her little man brought up a car because Nene was like, bitch, how you got a car? You ain't got no money. You broke. So she was like, well, you know, my friend bought me a car. She trying to bring it like the African man brought her a car. Shut up. You leased that car and now you got to put it on the show like you had some shit and he and gave you some shit. I don't know. Until I see this African man with Kenya or this African man come out and say that he's with Kenya, I will not believe that story. Yeah, I know how she lie about a man. I'm just saying. So then the dad, she brings up about them not staying around each other that long because he was like, you know, I get on her nerves more than she get on my nerves or whatever. So she was like, well, yeah, because this is my house and he smokes cigars, he leaves the shit everywhere, and he feels like ain't no woman gonna be able to tell him what to do. He runs the relationship, and if the bitch ain't listening to him, there go the highway. And Nene was like, yeah, because you ain't ran into a bitch like me yet. And I was saying the same fucking thing, like, come on, you are leaving cigar stuff on her counters. That's nasty as fuck. So I can understand why Kenya was going off on that. Like, and then that's her house. You respect her fucking house and her rules. I don't give a fuck if you the mama, daddy, grandmama, whatever. You go to somebody else's house, you respect their rules just like you would expect them to come and respect yours when they come over your house. Would you want somebody to put their feet all up and all this kind of stuff, go on your refrigerator and shit like that? So I understand with Kenya having rules, whether it's her parent or not. Just saying, I can't deal with that shit more than 5 minutes of my mama coming over my house and telling me how to do this, when to do that, where to do that. I'm gonna be like, did you help me on rent this month? The utility bills? Just saying. No, wouldn't happen. So he goes upstairs. Kenya brings up Nene being on Candy's play, and she started mocking Candy and all this stuff. Nene feels like she is too good, too rich, and she is too established to be fucking with Candy's production. I'm like, bitch, what have you been on? You've been on a couple of interviews on the news. You've been on the New Normal, which got canceled. You've been on Glee, where they ain't bringing your ass back because of that boy died. So we ain't seen you on that. What have you done? I ain't seen you on... Bitch, you big as shit in Atlanta, and you ain't even been on Tyler Perry motherfucking movies. So, bitch, calm that shit down where you just this big-ass fucking Nene. I don't like Nene, and I'm going to go in on her every fucking time that she act like she a rich bitch and she above anybody else. Come on. I was on whatever the man named from Glee. I can't be going to Candy Production. Bitch, you need Candy Productions. I'm just saying. You need somebody's production. Maybe you're going to need to go talk to Yandy and be on her shit. Maybe you need to go talk to Shawnee O'Neal and be on her shit. But stop acting like you too big to be on anybody else's shit. Why? Because he gave you a story? I don't know. But that shit was not cool for Nene to be acting like she's just better than anybody. First she had a playhouse. Then she said the girls didn't know nothing about history. Now she talking about the girls, they don't paint. She too good to be in Candy's production. I'm just over fucking Nene. Please replace her, because I'm quite sure it's a bitch in Atlanta that can replace Nene. with the quickness, and we'll be like, oh wait, she not Nene, maybe for half of the season, well, probably first couple of episodes, and then we're gonna be like, oh boo, she better than Nene. So Nene, don't act like you're not replaceable, cause you are. Just saying. So then they go to Phaedra and what's her name? Phaedra and Candy. They go to Portia's house. And they like, how the fuck do she live here? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck is she paying for this type of stuff? So Portia goes in there. Portia plays with the baby, Mr. President or whatever. Then Phaedra kind of asked her about the house or whatever, and she was talking about how she leasing to buy. It's 8,000 square feet. They're like, what the fuck you need to be out here in the boondocks for in this big ass house? You ain't got no man or no kids. Or no friends, apparently. So I'm like, what the fuck? But she was like, it's peace and quiet, it's this and that. But you can live in the city and not open your door and still have that same peace. Just saying. Then they talk about Cordell or whatever in the divorce situation and how they not finished and how they can't compromise and yada 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 yada. Then during a commercial, all the girls was at lunch, and then they had some baton bob, I don't know, but he was twirling his ass off, and then Kenya had to get into it, so she started twirling too, and I was just looking at her just like, what the fuck? Just like, that's Atlanta. No shade, but that's Atlanta. Then you had the ending was Cynthia's event for Mal or whatever. They set up the jewelry, and then people start coming in as they not ready, and they like shocked that Candy and Portia and them was on time or whatever. She wasn't expecting the girls to be on time. That's what your ass get for talking about people, and then when they do show up on time, then your ass ain't ready. So now you get talked about because your shit ain't ready. I'm just saying, Cynthia. So then Portia tells them about her moving by Nene. They like, you didn't tell her. She like, no, I wanted to be a surprise for Nene. That's why I haven't told her anything. I wanted to let her know myself. Yada, yada, yada. So then Kenya comes, and then she's throwing comments about Candy eating. She throws shade to Cynthia about Mel look better than her. And I'm like, oh, here's the drama. This is the drama. This bitch is always going to be the fucking drama. So then Cynthia tells Phaedra how Mal came unannounced or whatever. She was like, yeah, I thought she was here for the weekend, because I think they was asking how long she was going to be there. So they was talking about how she was going to be there for 2 months. Cynthia was like, yeah, she came unannounced. We didn't know. So then Kenya was like, oh, hell no. Nah. Like, because even Phaedra was like, people, your visitors are supposed to be like fish. You're only supposed to keep them for 3 days, and then you throw their ass out. And I'm so with that one, Phaedra. But even Kenya like, bullshit, after a week, I need to know you staying with me after a week. I need to know when you staying with me more than 48 hours, maybe 24. I'm just saying, because I like my space. So I need to know when motherfuckers come in and how long they staying. So for her not to even, call her, text her, and let her know, but just gonna tell her shit on camera, that shit wasn't cool. So Mel started feeling some kind of way about Kenya going on and on about the shit. So she kind of low-key tried to check Kenya, talking about you don't want it. And I'm sitting there like, you want her to buy jewelry from you and you talking shit? You should be checking your sister for telling them, not you trying to check Kenya for saying something. Kenya was like, no, you don't want it. And I thought Kenya would have went in on her way more than she did, but I guess she was like, no, this bitch might fight me, so let me back the fuck up. She ain't on the cast. Cast might get in trouble. This bitch ain't on the cast. Let me back this shit up. So Cynthia kind of checks Mal. She like, let me talk to you for a second. Like, girl, these people buy stuff from you. You can't be talking like that. So she was like, what was I supposed to do? Bring it back, not say nothing. And Cynthia was like, yes. Like, you don't know what you're doing to trying to make some money. And my thing is, bitch, do your research before you try to sell some shit, especially to these group of fucking girls. And you're going to be here for 2 months, so therefore you're going to be in the rest of the goddamn season. Don't do it. So then Candy tells Phaedra and Kenya, don't tell Nene that Portia moved, because she was like, she wants to tell her herself and stuff like that. She don't really want Nene to judge her or whatever, so let her tell her. Okay. Not with these group of fucking girls. Anyway, Nene and Monique come. I was looking like, why is this bitch Monique here? But whatever, we'll move on from that. Phaedra tells her, oh, I was in your neighborhood. And I'm sitting there like, why would you bring that up? So Kenya she was like, where you was at? She was like, my friend moved over there. She was like, who your friend? Kenya was like, oh, who? Portia? Portia moved over there. She got an 8,000 square feet house. And I'm like, why? Why would you two bitches even start that when Candy just told y'all don't say nothing? That was some messy shit if you ever saw it, even from Phaedra and from Punk Ass Kenya. Both of them was being messy as fuck. So then, Nene started feeling some kind of way, talking about how she was a bad friend and all this kind of stuff. Bitches in her feelings because she wasn't the first one to know. That's how I feel. Then Candy goes and tell Portia, like, I didn't say anything. They said it. They told on you. She like, who? Who told? Because, you know, I want to tell her. So she trying to say, like, who told? But them bitches over there quiet as a mouse, like, bitch, I ain't saying I told. I ain't saying I told. But I'm saying, like, y'all told, so won't y'all speak the fuck up and let her know, like, I'm the one said it. But Nene started going off on how she's a bad friend. She was like, I was going to tell you. I wanted it to be a surprise to you. And Nene just went off on her and was talking about how she was a bad friend. She don't call, she don't text, she don't do this. Portia already was having a bad day, so she just leaves. She was like, I can't deal with Nene. Cynthia kind of raced after her and was like, don't do that. Nene ended up coming and was like, I didn't make you feel like you should cry. I don't want you to cry, but we supposed to be big sister and brother. I mean, well, I'm sorry, my bad. No shade. She was like, we supposed to be big sister, little sister, so you should be able to call me, text me. I could have helped you move. I could have brought you some stuff over. And I agree with that, but I'm like this, Nene. I agree with you, what you're saying, but it's the way you say it and how you say it. To be calling her a bad friend in front of everybody, telling her to shut the fuck up, all this kind of stuff was some punk ass bullshit. So I understand why Portia got upset, and I don't understand why she was crying, because I would have cussed your motherfucking ass out. But she don't have that kind of backbone to cuss your ass out, so. But Portia just basically was like, well, I don't want to feel needy. I'm tired of feeling needy, and I understand that you really don't want to, you know, burden people with your problems. You try to stay positive and stuff like that and cry at home. So I understand what she, you know, saying. Because I just really understand what she's saying. Because I've been going through some stuff lately that bitch want to ball up and cry every day, all day. But I look at it like, no, I don't want no fucking pity party. I'm going to get myself up out of my fucking situation. So that's what I understand when it comes to Portia. She like, I don't want the pity party. I'm used to, you know, helping people, you know, being there for people, and that's me. I feel like I'm always there for people, and that's who I want to keep being. So I understand what Portia was saying, where I'm going to keep being there. I want to keep being there. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, this bitch is always talking about her divorce and all, because I understand what Portia was saying. So, Nene was, you know, telling her it's not like that, and they end up talking Portia into going back into the party. But as they fucking talking or whatever, Kenya's in there popping the fuck off, talking about, this is not a Portia divorce party. We need to come on. Where's the drinks and all this kind of stuff. She gets upset and she leaves. She gets in the middle of the street, almost get hit, and then she twirls in the middle of the street. I don't know what the fuck she twirling for. She should have twirled her ass in front of the car, and maybe would have just saw her just fly and shit, and then they be playing that on ridiculousness. I don't know. I don't know. She's ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say. Kenya's so fucking over the top and just wanted that shit to be on her. That's why she did that shit. And nobody cared a fuck about her leaving and twirling back to her car that she bought. Just saying. So that was my review for The Real Housewives, Season 6, Episode 11. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on everything. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. I do it all by THA, not THE. Follow my girl Ashley Miller. Check out her videos. It's Ashley Miller 1987. Scotty from Mr. Still Standing. He might have his up tomorrow. And also check out my cousin Mike B 801. Some More Love and Tasha C should have their videos up. I think they both do them. So check out theirs, because I think Tasha C. Some More I know for sure do them. So anyway, check them out. Tell them I sent you, and just keep on. Even if you don't watch Real Housewives, check out their other videos on all the subscribers that I named. Alright, peace.